Super Mario Galaxy is a dazzling and imaginative masterpiece in the world of video gaming. It catapulted players into a grand adventure like no other. Developed by Nintendo for the Wii and released in 2007, this iconic platformer redefined the boundaries of the Mario franchise by whisking players away on a cosmic journey through a myriad of galaxies, each one more enchanting and unique than the last. With its groundbreaking gravity-based gameplay, whimsical characters, and breathtaking celestial landscapes, Super Mario Galaxy quickly became a beloved classic, captivating players of all ages with its unparalleled charm and innovation. In this video, I aim to explore the various aspects that make Super Mario Galaxy a cosmic odyssey of gaming brilliance, from its groundbreaking mechanics to its enduring impact on the gaming industry and culture. Now, we all know that the Wii was famous for its use of the motion controls. It single-handedly revolutionized the gaming industry and went on to define an entire generation. Super Mario Galaxy only uses motion controls for a few simple actions, which ended up working out to varying success. One of the most prominent uses of the motion controls in this game is the pointing and aiming feature. This is used the most when collecting star bits scattered throughout the galaxies by pointing at them with the Wii Remote's cursor. It's also used to initiate the pull stars present throughout a select few levels. The spin attack is a central gameplay mechanic that leverages motion controls to perform a spinning move. In order to execute the spin attack, all you need to do is shake the Wii Remote, simulating Mario's spinning motion. This action serves multiple purposes, most notably defeating enemies, breaking objects, and activating various gameplay elements. However, things take a turn for the worse with the motion-based levels. In some stages, you must balance Mario on spherical objects by tilting the Wii Remote left or right. This motion-based balancing adds an extra layer of challenge to the game, but it almost always feels unnatural in these situations. I don't see why we weren't at least given the option to use the analog stick, but I suppose this is just one of those situations of Nintendo being good old Nintendo. But overall, the motion controls are used pretty well here, with a few tweaks needed here and there. Super Mario Galaxy's premise immediately sets it apart from its predecessors. The game begins with Mario attending the Star Festival, an event celebrating the appearance of a special comet that passes through the skies once every 100 years. However, this joyous occasion takes a dramatic turn when Bowser invades the Mushroom Kingdom and disrupts the festivities, capturing Princess Peach and shattering the kingdom into various celestial fragments. This sets the stage for an intergalactic adventure that sees Mario journeying through a diverse array of galaxies to rescue the princess and save the universe. This introduction is brilliant, as it perfectly prepares you for what's to come along your journey. This opening is also much darker than any other 3D Mario game. Seeing all the Toads panicking and frantically running around is something we've never really seen before. It presents a real sense of fear for the Mushroom Kingdom and its residents, as even Princess Peach is terrified for the safety of her kingdom. Bowser is also a legitimate threat this time around. He appears much more intimidating and way more sinister than he normally is, which drives the motivation to stop him even further. After the intro plays out, Mario is thrust upon a singular lonely planet, millions of miles away from home. This is known as the Gateway Galaxy, which serves as an initial tutorial for the gravity-based mechanic this game uses extensively throughout its entirety. The only task you must complete on this planet is capturing all the bunnies, and upon doing so, the Lumas take you to their guardian, Rosalina. She has a surprisingly deep and heartfelt backstory which we'll come to discover later on in the journey. For now, she simply teaches Mario how to perform the spin jump, which is the one move present here which isn't included in any other Mario game. The Gateway Galaxy is divided into several distinct areas or platforms connected by a series of launch stars. These launch stars serve as the primary means of transportation between different sections of not only this introductory level, but every galaxy in the game. As you explore the galaxy, you'll encounter various obstacles and challenges, including the infamous gravity-defying platforms, moving platforms, and Goombas. The design of these challenges is relatively straightforward, providing players with an opportunity to become familiar with the game's gravity-based gameplay mechanics. Once successfully navigating the challenges of the Gateway Galaxy, the first of many Power Stars is obtained, and Mario is introduced to the Comet Observatory, the central hub of the game. This right here marks the beginning of this incredible cosmic adventure where Mario journeys through numerous galaxies to rescue Peach and save the universe from Bowser's plan to start a galactic empire. So he's basically Emperor Palpatine in this game, or at least he tries to be. The Comet Observatory is a massive spacecraft that floats in the depths of space. It's adorned with luminescent star-like patterns on its surface, giving it an otherworldly and enchanting appearance. The hub is divided into several observatory domes, each representing a distinct region of the universe. The interior of the observatory features a blend of advanced technology and whimsical ethereal design elements, creating a unique and captivating atmosphere. There isn't much to do here except talking to a few of the characters here and there, but the atmosphere alone sets it apart from any other title in the entire franchise, and I've always loved how you can see the progression of a lonely hub to a populated area where more and more Lumas appear, along with Luigi and Captain Toad's crew. Perhaps the best part about all this is the slow progression of the Comet Observatory's music throughout the game. During the early stages, a somber tune plays, further expressing the loneliness of the observatory and just how much damage has been caused. However, this changes twice more throughout the adventure, with each shift becoming more lively and hopeful. This is such a welcome addition as it just makes the whole experience much more immersive and satisfying to complete. Players use the Comet Observatory as a central hub from which they can access and explore the various galaxies in the game. It acts as a pivotal point that connects the player to the vast cosmic universe, allowing us to embark on several different missions to collect power stars and repair the observatory. Each dome within the Comet Observatory represents a group of galaxies which can be accessed by interacting with said domes. These galaxies contain numerous challenges and missions, each offering the opportunity to collect power stars, which are once again the main collectible here. Honestly, this formula just works so well with the Mario series, as it makes each star feel meaningful, especially in Mario Galaxy where you actually see physical changes within the observatory as you collect more and more power stars. As players collect more power stars, additional areas within the Comet Observatory become accessible. These new areas may contain helpful characters, items, or interactive elements that aid you in your adventure. The most substantial reward from collecting these stars and completing the different galaxies is, of course, more galaxies. There are 6 domes in Super Mario Galaxy which all display a unique theme, and in my opinion, these are some of the most relaxing places to just wind down and soak in the astoundingly calm atmosphere. The observatory also features a variety of interactive elements, such as launch stars and Lumas, which add to the exploration of the galaxies. You can even discover hidden secrets and shortcuts within the observatory itself. This beautiful location is home to Rosalina, the observatory's caretaker. She's a very mysterious and kind-hearted figure who watches over the cosmos and her Lumas. Throughout the game, you can interact with Rosalina and learn about her past and even receive guidance and support from her. One of her most substantial pieces of storytelling is tucked away in the library, which isn't even required to enter, meaning lots of players might completely miss out on this, if they aren't observant enough. The library houses Rosalina's storybook, which is a beautiful tragic tale of sadness, loneliness, despair, abandonment, and hope all at once. Upon opening the storybook, we are treated to a heartfelt narrative that tells the story of Rosalina's past. The storybook reveals that Rosalina, as a child, lived on Earth before embarking on her cosmic journey. She was accompanied by a group of young Lumas who had lost their way and were seeking their mothers. Rosalina's backstory is gradually revealed throughout the storybook. She recounts how she built the Comet Observatory and took on the role of caring for the Lumas, who eventually became her sort of children as she raised them and watched over the cosmos. Her storybook reveals that she made a commitment to protect the Lumas and the universe itself, becoming their mama in a sort of way. This adds an emotional layer to the game's narrative. It portrays Rosalina as a nurturing and compassionate character, highlighting her deep connection with the Lumas and her sense of responsibility. The storybook emphasizes themes of family, love, and the passage of time, contributing to the game's overall sense of wonder. This beautiful read has resonated with players due to its emotional themes and the way it humanizes a character within the Mario universe. It adds depth to the game's storyline and enhances the emotional connection between players in the game's world, which is quite impressive. One of the most revered aspects of Super Mario Galaxy is its superb gameplay and level design. As mentioned earlier, the most standout feature of Mario Galaxy is its gravity-based gameplay. Mario can traverse a wide variety of planets, each with its own gravitational pull. This mechanic allows for creative and mind-bending level designs, where Mario can run upside down, walk on walls, and jump between planetoids. The gravity-based gameplay constantly challenges your understanding of physics, making each level a fresh and exhilarating experience. The game also strikes a fine balance between accessibility and challenge. It eases player into its mechanics with simpler levels but gradually ramps up the difficulty as time progresses. This approach ensures that both newcomers and seasoned gamers can enjoy the game at their own pace while still facing rewarding challenges. While on this topic, I want to take some time to go over what I consider to be some of the best galaxies in the game, along with some of the worst. For starters, Gusty Garden is often regarded as one of the most iconic and beloved galaxies in the entire game. It features a whimsical garden in space filled with enormous floating flowers and rotating platforms. The absolutely stunning score in this level adds to the sense of wonder and adventure, creating one of the most beloved tunes in all of gaming. Toy Time Galaxy introduces you to a fantastical world filled with toys and mechanical contraptions. The level design is incredibly imaginative, featuring giant toy robots, winding gears, and conveyor belts. The vibrant and colorful visuals along with the unique gameplay mechanics make Toy Time Galaxy an exceptionally memorable stage, and I always love the vibe given off here. It just feels so off as we're basically trapped within a giant playhouse with windows surrounding all sides that display nothing but the vast emptiness of space behind them. The Honey Hive Galaxy offers players a charming and picturesque environment with beehive-inspired platforms and honey-themed obstacles. Here you can transform into Bee Mario, which allows you to fly for a very limited time and stick to honey-covered surfaces. The peaceful ambience and the charming bees contribute to this level's appeal, as well as providing a more relaxed atmosphere, which can help break up the gameplay from the usual dark and lonely skies of most other galaxies. The Freeze Flame Galaxy provides a stark contrast between fire and ice-themed levels. Players can switch between Fire Mario and Ice Mario to navigate through the fiery and freezing challenges. The dual-themed gameplay adds variety and depth, and the level design is both visually striking and engaging. This is one of the most brilliant uses of the fire and ice-themed levels ever presented in a Mario game, as combining both elements creates a unique challenge, unlike a scenario where we get two separate worlds both focused on each theme. Lastly, Space Junk Galaxy presents a cosmic junkyard filled with broken starships and space debris. The gravity-defying platforming and the unique concept of gravity-based puzzles make it a standout among the galaxies. Pair that with an absolutely stunning soundtrack and you've got perhaps the single most relaxing stage in the entire game. Using the pulsars to fling Mario through the endless void of space is one of the most peaceful and relieving experiences in the entire franchise. However, these are just a few examples of the fantastic levels on offer. Each galaxy brings its own distinct flavor to the game, showcasing the creativity and innovation that define the Mario franchise. The combination of imaginative level design, engaging gameplay mechanics, and vibrant visuals make these galaxies some of the best and most memorable moments in the game. While this experience is widely praised for its exceptional level design and gameplay, there are a few galaxies that don't use the gravity-based mechanics well, which can lead to multiple frustrating moments. Thankfully these aren't too abundant, but with that being said, the first of these subpar levels would have to be the Dusty Dune Galaxy. This place is generally poorly received, with each mission feeling like they last an hour. It doesn't help that this galaxy includes one of the largest star counts of them all, which drags the pace to a grinding halt. This galaxy is much more frustrating than enjoyable overall. The Deep Dark Galaxy is another location which receives lots of flack. It features underwater sections, and underwater levels in platforming games can be divisive, as we all know. The slower movement of underwater gameplay is less engaging than the standard platforming sections, and that's precisely the case for just about every single video game out there. Some missions within the Deep Dark Galaxy take place in relatively confined spaces, such as the ghost ship submerged in water. These tight spaces can make maneuvering Mario feel more restrictive and at times claustrophobic. However, one thing I will give it props for is its superb atmosphere. This place just feels creepy, even more so than the actual ghost house in the game. The combination of the music and off-putting enemy design emanates such an ominous aura that the rest of the game tends to avoid, often opting for more peaceful and relaxing stages instead. With that being said, on top of discovering galaxies throughout the many domes of the Comet Observatory, you can also unlock more stages by feeding the Hungry Lumas scattered throughout the spaceship. When Mario approaches the Hungry Luma, it will request a specific number of starbits to satisfy its appetite. These requests vary in the number of starbits required, depending on the Hungry Luma you visit. Once you collect enough starbits, you can aim and shoot the starbits at the Hungry Luma using the Wii Remote's pointer. This causes the Luma to literally explode into an entire galaxy for Mario to traverse. This works so well because it gives you a reason to pick up as many starbits as possible throughout the journey. Some of these Lumas require pretty steep amounts of starbits, so collecting every starbit you come across is integral if you're going for 100%. Some of these Lumas are also discovered within galaxies, which lead to a secret star usually containing a pretty unique and diverse challenge from the rest of the game. Speaking of unique challenges, the Prankster Comets appear throughout different galaxies after certain conditions are met. These conditions can include collecting a specific number of power stars, completing a particular mission, or achieving other in-game milestones. There are several types of prankster comments, each with its own set of rules and challenges. The speedy comments throw a time limit on the mission and require you to complete the objective within the allotted time, which should add an element of urgency to the platforming, but unfortunately, these time limits are just far too big to pose any sort of genuine challenge. None of these levels take all that much time to complete, except Dusty Dune of course, so allowing such a massive time slot to complete the stage just feels off and defeats the whole purpose of even having a time limit in the first place. Aside from that, the Cosmic Comets summon Cosmic Mario, who challenges you to race through a level where you must outpace Mario's cosmic counterpart to succeed. Cosmic Mario also mimics your every move, adding a competitive element to the gameplay. These comments are few and far between, so it's always a nice change of pace to participate in one of these. The fast foe comments cause enemies to move at a significantly higher pace, making them much more challenging to avoid or defeat. Precision and quick reflexes are crucial to succeed, especially when dealing with the Tox boxes, who can be incredibly frustrating to put up with if you're impatient. Daredevil comments require Mario to face off against a boss or complete a difficult section of a level with only 1 unit of health. These comments are usually pretty easy, with the only exception possibly being the Bouldergeist fight, and the mission in Melting Molten Galaxy where you have to complete the entire stage with just 1 hit point. This is one of the hardest stars due to the Daredevil comment, and it's a shame we didn't get any more of these unique usages of this comment throughout the game. Lastly, there's the purple coin comments. These comments transform regular missions into timed coin collecting challenges, essentially acting as a replacement of the 100 coin challenges from the past. With these, you must collect all the purple coins scattered throughout the level before the time runs out. However, there are a few of these missions which don't include a time limit, and just ask you to run around the stage until you find all 100 coins hidden within them. These are certainly a mixed bag, as in some cases, they are put to some brilliant uses, but in others, most notably in the non-timed missions, they just become slow and tedious as you trudge along a stage you've already completed. I do like these better than the typical 100 coin challenges seen previously, as the purple coin comments add much more depth and creativity to the experience. Much like the prankster comments, the power-ups are also a mixed bag. The Bee Mushroom transforms Mario into Bee Mario, as mentioned previously, allowing him to fly for a limited time, stick to honey-covered surfaces, and climb specific walls. The use of the Bee Suit is incredibly limited, and while it works well for the levels it's incorporated in, it just feels like there's a lot of missed potential here. It's also quite slow and tedious to use, which can make platforming an aggravating experience at times. It's a shame because this is by far one of the craziest power-ups Nintendo's thought of, so seeing it with such a limited use brings the experience down for me personally. The Ice Flower is unique in that it doesn't function like many might expect going into this game. Rather than getting the ability to shoot out ice balls, Mario now turns into an awesome looking ice sculpture that can skate on ice. The only downside to this power-up is the time limit. This goes the same for the Fire Flower, which, unlike the Ice Flower, functions exactly how it does in every other entry. I just can't understand why they put these two on a time limit, as it would have been cool to at least been able to keep these power-ups until the end of a stage as long as you aren't hit by an enemy. The Superstar also returns as it does in almost every Mario game, allowing you to plow through almost any obstacle or enemy in your path. The Spring Mushroom is by far the most disliked power-up in the game, and with good reason. The concept is cool in theory, but in practice it's executed horribly. This transforms Mario into Spring Mario, allowing for incredibly high jumps, but in return, you have to deal with some of the most clunky movements out of any Mario game. I suppose it adds to the challenge, but they could have gone about this in a much better way, because as it stands, this is nothing more than an unstable gimmick. Next up is the Boo Mushroom, which, you guessed it, turns Mario into a Boo. I really like this power-up. It may be simple, but it's put to great use in its respective levels. Its only real function is to turn Mario invisible so he can pass through walls and evade enemies, but it's easy and simple to use, and whenever it's required, it's for such a short amount of time that it never becomes a bother. Lastly, we have the power-up with the most wasted potential I've ever seen, the Red Star. You're introduced to this in the Gateway Galaxy, where Red Luma tasks Mario with collecting 100 purple coins from around the planet in order to gain its trust. Many of these coins can only be collected by using the Red Star suit, which allows Mario to fly. This controls far better than the wing cap from Mario 64, and actually feels enjoyable to use. The problem lies within how often it's needed. This mission in Gateway Galaxy is literally the only star in the entire game which allows you to collect it with the Red Star suit. Once completing this level, you do unlock the ability to use the Red Star whenever you want in the Comet Observatory, but that's just it, only in the Observatory. They introduced such a cool power-up to the game and seemingly just forgot about it moments later. It would have been amazing to see this used in an actual galaxy themed around the flying mechanic, but I suppose there's nothing we can really do about this, unfortunately. But that's all for power-ups. They work well for the levels they're required in, but that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now of course, you can't talk about Super Mario Galaxy without bringing up its breathtakingly beautiful soundtrack. One of the key reasons why Mario Galaxy's soundtrack stands out is its remarkable ability to evoke a wide range of emotions in anyone who experiences it. From the joyous and uplifting Gusty Garden Galaxy theme to the introspective and melancholic Comet Observatory melody, the music resonates on a deeply emotional level. The emotionally charged pieces create a strong connection between players and the game's world. For instance, the Luma theme, a gentle and soothing composition, provides you with a profound sense of connection to Rosalina and her Lumas, fostering empathy and emotional engagement. These musical moments elevate the storytelling in the game, making it feel like more than just a series of challenges, but a heartfelt journey. This soundtrack showcases remarkable thematic diversity, aligning seamlessly with the game's rich and imaginative universe. Each galaxy's music is thoughtfully designed to complement its unique setting, creating an immersive and cohesive experience. The music acts as an auditory guide, immersing players in the world of the game. Whether it's the whimsical tunes of Beach Bowl Galaxy or the mysterious and eerie atmosphere of Ghostly Galaxy, the music enhances the thematic elements of each level. This careful integration of audio and visual themes ensures that the players are fully absorbed in the game's imaginative universe. The impact of Mario Galaxy's soundtrack extends beyond the gaming community. Its memorable melodies and iconic compositions have transcended the boundaries of video games to become a cultural phenomenon. Tracks like Gusty Garden Galaxy and Good Egg Galaxy have found a place in the hearts and minds of players, lingering long after they completed the game, as in many people's cases, these tunes will be remembered for years on end. Moreover, the soundtrack has been performed by orchestras in live concerts, demonstrating its significance in the world of music. These live performances showcase the musical artistry of the game, making it accessible to a wider audience and contributing to its cultural significance. Super Mario Galaxy's soundtrack is a perfect example of how music can elevate the gaming experience. Its emotional depth, thematic diversity, and enduring cultural impact make it a masterpiece in the realm of video game music. The music enhances not only the gameplay, but also the storytelling and emotional connection within the game's characters and world. There's a reason Mario Galaxy is frequently discussed when talking about the greatest video games of all time. It introduced groundbreaking gameplay mechanics with its gravity-based platforming. It features a wide range of imaginative and visually stunning galaxies, each with their own unique themes and challenges. The difficulty is perfect for all ages. The game features epic and memorable boss fights that stand out amongst the rest of the boss encounters in the series. The storytelling is superb, with Rosalina acting as a great addition to the experience, and so on and so forth. Speaking of boss battles, the fights with Bowser have gotta be some of the greatest fights in the entire franchise. They hit it right on every mark. The music is grand and bombastic, and the gameplay is super inventive and enjoyable. Escaping Bowser's wrath on a spherical planet is tons of fun, and the final battle in particular can be pretty challenging if you aren't paying attention. The series of cutscenes that play out upon defeating Bowser for the final time are nothing short of magical, as the whole universe is absorbed and destroyed by a massive black hole, only for the world to be reborn along with everything in it. This game truly feels unlike anything Mario has ever produced, which is no doubt part of the reason it stands out so well to this day. You can even play as Luigi upon collecting all 120 Power Stars with Mario, and if you decide to obtain every Power Star again with Luigi, then you're granted the Grand Finale Galaxy, which takes you on a lovely stroll through the Star Festival collecting a straightforward trail of purple coins. This may be a disappointing ending to some players, but to me, it's a perfect way to cap off this beautiful adventure. In the end, Super Mario Galaxy left a lasting impact which would go on to live in the hearts of players for years on end. Its brilliant blend of innovative gameplay, diverse and imaginative worlds, emotional storytelling, and an outstanding soundtrack create a truly wonderful experience which carries a powerful legacy. It's a miracle that Mario Galaxy turned out the way it did, honestly, because without it, we would be missing some of the most iconic and memorable songs and levels in the entire franchise. But in the end, I hope you enjoyed this retrospective of Super Mario Galaxy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.